Hello again to my friends in the vinyl community. This is Josh from New York with a little vinyl update. I recently had a birthday, so I went to some record shops, and needless to say, I have some stuff to share with you. So, that's the purpose of this video. Let's get right into it. But first, as always, I'll tell you what we're listening to. This is Wilco's Being There. It's their second album, on CD of course, and it's been on constant rotation for me since I got it, in some way or another. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, or if it's too loud, and if it is, I'm sorry. But it's on my CD player, and I'm usually using this stereo behind me for the music, because that's what I play my records out of. But anyway, the first record that I got is Emmylou Harris's second major album. This is Elite Hotel. It's a good country album. I haven't listened to the whole thing. A lot of these I haven't listened to in their entirety yet because, well, you've seen from my videos that I've been getting a lot of vinyl lately, and I'm just so cursed with all this vinyl, and I'm, I have a lot to listen to, and that's a great thing. So, but this is good. It has a lot of Graham Parsons influence and a couple of Graham Parsons songs, and it's mostly covers, but it's good stuff. Next up we have a 25-cent bin find. Seriously. It's in good condition. It's definitely more than playable. And it cost me 25 cents. So, that's pretty cool. John Lennon's Imagine. I haven't really bothered to listen to all that much of Lennon's solo stuff. I mean, I've heard the basic stuff, but I haven't delved all that deeply, so maybe this will be an introduction. Up next, we have Harry Chapin's double live album. Just because. Oh, and next up, we have some real great finds for me. Something that I look for every time I go in record shops. It's Phil Ochs with Tape from California. It's one of his later albums. This came after Pleasures of the Harbor, and he returned to more of a folky sound, and I just think this is brilliant. This I have listened to all the way through a couple of times, and Phil Ochs is one of my personal favorites of all time, and it's always a real treat to find his stuff on vinyl. And I also found another one, Phil Ochs in concert, which I don't think is entirely true. I think, if not a majority of this, was recorded in studio. But his earlier stuff, and I love it. The closing track, When I'm Gone, is in my top 10 of all time. But on the back we have Poems by Chairman Mao, and it says, "Is this the enemy? Phil Ochs." So this says a little bit about him personally, and he was such an interesting guy, and somebody who I compare a lot to Phil Ochs is Elliott Smith, and this is EXO. It's his fourth album. I ordered his first three from Kill Rockstars, his earlier record label in Portland, Oregon, and this one obviously wasn't on it, so I got this one separately, and I'll be showing you the other ones once they come in the mail, which I'm not sure when that will be. It might be 5 days, and it could be a month, so we'll see when that happens. Next is a record that I've never been able to find, and you'll never believe that I've never been able to find this. But this is kind of a sentimental record for me because when I first started playing guitar, I learned John Denver songs from my guitar teacher. So here we are with Take Me Home, Country Roads, and stuff like that. So for a dollar bin find, you can't say no. Next up we have Harvest by Neil Young. It's not the best copy, but it's in great shape. and it will hold a place in my collection until I find a better one. I've been meaning to get that album for a long time, but it's always slipped away. And my last 12-inch that I want to show you is Carpenter's. This I listened to with my mom last night, and she was in the 70s a Carpenter's fan like everyone else, and she had this album. It opens like an envelope, like I'm demonstrating a little bit excessively. And anyway, I like the Carpenters, or you know, it's not the Carpenters, but I like them quite a bit. Kind of a not so guilty pleasure for me. And I do have a couple of 7-inches to show you too. Not quite as oddball as the last ones that I showed, but these are great. I have Morrissey. You Have Killed Me. This is a promo with a brown label. This is on Attack Records. This is a single from his second comeback album, Ringleader of the Tormentors. Also, we have God Help the Girl. This is a side project of most of the members of Belle and Sebastian, and it's really brilliant. I would definitely recommend God Help the Girl. It's basically what you would expect from Belle and Sebastian's instrumental repertoire, but with a really good female singer. So, God Help the Girl. Pick it up if you ever see it. Next we have... I have some really eclectic picks today, I gotta say. We have Moby. That's When I Reach for My Revolver. This is a cover of a Mission of Burma song, and he made like a pretty hardcore punk album in the 90s called Animal Rights, and this was one of the singles from it. And this is pretty brilliant. It's a nice single to have. It's on Sub Pop Records. Next we have Chris Christopherson. Just a random country record that caught my eye, as they sometimes do. This is Loving Her Was Easier Than Anything I'll Ever Do Again, backed with Epitaph, Black and Blue. I've listened to it, but not excessively. And my last three are by my new girlfriend Kate Bush. We have The Sensual World, Experiment 4, and what's the name of the A side of this? Army Dreamers. And I've just been loving Kate Bush lately, so these were great finds, especially this one, because it's in really good condition, and it's a nice sleeve. I love the cover. So that's what I got, and I hope I hear from a lot of you. I've been enjoying very much replying to your comments and hearing what you have to say about this stuff. And thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.